data is being saved. So that is what led us to database. So our database is the collection of the data that you are processing from your front end. So when you have your testing, you have your testing is divided into two. You have the front end and you have the back end. So the front end is the GUI that you are interacting with. Your graphics are user interface where you see buttons, you interact with buttons, you interact with the text box, the label, and all these things you interact with them. Those are they are the form what we have as the GUI, which is front end. But the major part of it, the most important part of it is the back end. As a tester, you must know the data you are processing. You must know what is going on with the data. Some of us we just leave our data at the at the uh at the on the at the level of the front end alone. We don't really know what is going on at the back end. Some of us the what we are enjoying is that we don't really have maybe there's some testing that require a database testing. That is pure one. Some of us that we work in a bank before, you see all these CRM, all these customer, data. Some they want to migrate from maybe one version of the database to another. So they don't even want you to do any front end. What they want you to do as a tester is to test what is in the database. So that is the pure one that you need to do. And for this database, you need to do what? You need to create what you have as your test case as well. And there's something that you need to, there are some checklists that you need to check. As you are doing your normal testing, that is do this and do that, and you must know the checklist what you are going to check while you are performing your database test. That is exactly what you want to do this evening. So our outline, we have introduction to database testing, the environment setup in which we have done. I believe if I want to take the statistics, some of what that we have set up this environment, maybe I can count maybe like 4 or 5 or maybe 10 at the maximum. So it's not too good. The reason why I said we should do it on time, I know that we are going to face with this kind of thing, where we are scattered all over, for us to, to combine together and to achieve a common goal. It takes time. Some of what we are just doing it today is not too good, for you to be able to, in order to avoid anything, like today now we are going to do, we are going to do practical on our own. So some of us that you don't have it, maybe you may watch this section, I'm recording it, but please, whenever it's better to move with your colleagues. It's better to move with your colleague before, because there's something that you may think that you know, but by the time you are doing practical, you may not know it. But by the time you are left on your own, the only thing that you can do is just to send message that, please, so how can you explain this? But when you are in a live session, you can ask. And even if the way I answer, some other person can even give a clue to that. So please, let's change. Whenever we are given something to do, please let's do it uh in a group. I cherish some people here, myself and one guy. We worked together on this for like 12 midnight yesterday. Even though I was not, I don't have time. Like I send on the group platform, I have a conference, so I was not really. So I was just sharing myself. So I kudos to that guy. He did a very fantastic job. That is what we are team. It's not somebody is no you don't I don't know more than you, and you don't know. We are working. The little I know I share with you, and when you can share. That is the beauty of community. So, and after the environment setup, we have done that. We are going to how to test schema of database table, and we are going to how to develop and test stop procedure, and we are going to see how to test stop procedure. And so we are going to, sorry, so how to automate SQL stop procedure, how to automate SQL stop procedure, into two places. So we are going to look into stop function and how to develop and test stored procedure and how to test stored procedure. So that is what we are going to do, but we are not going to finish this. We are just what we are going to do is only the third one that we are going to do today because of our time. There's no time, but this one is a full course on its own. So what we are going to do now is we just want to introduce ourselves to it. So by the time you hear about database testing, you know what to do. Even though we've not complete the other one, but you still have an idea. In database we have a lot. So like I said, today we are going to look at the practical one. We are going to create table. We are going to create database, and we are going to interact ourselves with some of these. We are going to see how we are going to develop our test case on this. So let's go. So so please, if you have any question, kindly signify so that I know that you have a question. So let me see if we have other people. Okay, some people are on the queue. Okay. Olojede Ayodele, you have a question. You raise your hand. Ayodele?
Yes, hope this section is being recorded. Yes, hope it is being recorded, please.
Yes, yes, please. All right, okay.
Thank you.
Any other question before I okay, Toluwa Lase, you have the floor now. Hello, Abigail. We can't hear you if you are talking already. We are hearing a muffled noise. Yes, definitely. Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I was asking that what if you told us to download a different SQL? What if you have another SQL? Like, okay, let's say PG admin or my SQL. Is that one too okay for us to follow through with the tutorial?
Yes, yes, yes. USQL is a universal, but for my SQL, there's some a little different from the code, from the script. By the time you apply it, it will give you error. That is why I want us to use. Somebody also already raised this before that some people they have my SQL, but you can use my SQL. There are some that are that are uniform that you can use, but there's some that you have to convert to my SQL. But because of time, I don't want to be doing that. That is why I said we should have a common. And a matter of fact, it's good to use what you are going to meet in the field. Some of these application is being, they make use of SQL Server. So it's not good to, it's better to focus mainly on SQL Server. My SQL is just for you to maybe for practice. But for it's better to focus on the real life scenario that you are going to meet in the on the field. So that, but you can still follow through and use your MySQL. It's okay. But there's some script that will not run in the MySQL. Hope that answer your question, Oluwatola.
Yes. And also, can we get this PowerPoint after the tutorial also?
Yes, yes, I will share with every one of us. All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other one before we continue? Any other one, please? All right. Okay, let's continue. So please, if you have question, please kindly let me know. I may not see you, but just speak out so that I will know that somebody want to ask question. So please, I want us to get this. So like I said, I will not bore with this because we are running out of time. So that you know what is database testing, you all know. I will share it. You just follow it. But let me dwell on this. Why should we test our database? Number one, prevent issue during data mapping. Hmm? Like I said, in some organization, they may want to move from one. For example, when I was consulting with Fidelity Bank, so there was the time they are working with Finacle, I think Finacle 8 or thereabout. So we work on that project. I mean, no, they now call or they want to migrate for Finacle 8, I think, to Finacle 10. So they now call us to come and help them with their data. So what we just do, they've already maintained their data on Finacle 8. So they now want to migrate to Finacle 10, as the development, this all these framework as framework is advancing, they have to move from lower framework to higher one. So now what they want us to do is to check their DB to see if what they have on the Finacle 10 is what they have on the Finacle 8. So this is what we call database. You are checking what is at the back end. Like I told us that you process what you have on your front end, you create a new user, you create an account, you do this, you do that. But you want to check if what you are creating at the front end is the same thing, is the same way they are storing it. I gave us some of what I still remember in our first session that I was working with Dangote application. So I decided to check what I've been processing from the front end. But to my surprise, when I process like 10.557, the system will truncate the decimal value. I will only take 10. But you don't even know, because you know the back end, you don't know what is going on at the back end. So that's the reason why I'm signing this note of warning to every one of us. As you are performing, you are working at the front end. Please ensure that you check what is going on at the back end. Because, for example, if I did not carry out that scenario, I did not test that scenario, maybe by today they will have called me that maybe the bank is they are at loss, maybe about maybe 1 billion naira, or because Dangote, Dangote now. Look at the what they are, and is across the four products: Dangote cement, Dangote sugar, I think Dangote is it salt, and Dangote fertilizer, I think. So four of them. And you look at the volume of transaction that will be going on. So if the system is truncating 0 point something, 0 point something, don't you know how many millions of naira in a day that the bank will be losing? So that is why the database testing is very, very important. Even if they don't ask you to do it, it's part of your work. You have to do it, check what you have at the front end. So that's the number one. And the second one, the second reason why we need to perform a database testing is to verify data accuracy and integrity. Data mapping issue can also originate from issue with data accuracy and data integrity. Data accuracy is how correctly the data represent real world scenario, while data integrity is more about its consistency throughout the entire life cycle, from data entry to storage and to retrieval. We want to see from your front end even to the last stage. You want to ensure that the same data is still remain intact. It's not like explanation I gave to us that you have 10.0, 10.55, 10.98, and when the system want to process it, now process at 10.0. So that is not integrity, and the data is not accurate. And we don't have the integrity of that data, because if the data is maintain its integrity, it must remain the same from inception even to the retrieval, from the data entry to storage and to retrieval. So that is the main reason why we must perform our database testing. And the third one, to ensure accuracy with business requirement. So that is another one. Like when you are testing, you test with requirement. There's no point having millions of accurate but irrelevant data point. Can you see that? I told us the last session that what is 2 plus 2? Some of what we say 4. But I told you that 4 may not be correct. Why? Because of the requirement. I told all the requirement may say 2 plus 2 must equal to 1. So it's because the requirement says so. So it's what requirement tells you to do that. What you don't, like I told you the last session, you don't test based on assumption. You don't test based on assumption, you test based on the requirement. So look at it, they said there is no point of having millions of accurate or irrelevant data point. Can you see? You may have it accurate 2 plus 2 equal to 4, but it may not be relevant. It may be relevant to the requirement. So why not a particularly technical aspect of DB testing? Conformity with business requirement is still an important indicator of data quality. You want to see that what you have in the requirement is what you are testing. You want to see that from your front end, what the requirements say is the data that is being kept in at the back end. So that's the reason why you need to do your database DB. Don't forget again, you must not be waiting for when your client will be telling you to do database testing before you do. You may not do it, you may not, when they don't mention it, you may not create a test case for it. Are you getting me now? But just for your own, you may have the test case and keep it somewhere. Are you getting me now? But as a tester, you must check what you have at the back end. It's part of what you are going to ask during the walkthrough session. That please, can I have the copy? Can I be created on the test server on your DB? They will create a test environment for you. The only thing they can do, they may not give you the access to delete, right? So that you will not be deleting something important. Or even at the matter of fact, they have the backup. Even if you delete, it will not affect the main database. So please, when you are doing your walkthrough session, when you are about to start uh your testing, so make sure that you ask for the need to, to create a test database credential for you to be able to access the backend. Now, we now want to look at the database testing and the front end testing. For database testing, the database is known as data validation and integrity testing or back end testing. That's for database. But for your normal front end testing, we call it UI testing or front end testing. It's also called application testing or GUI testing. So in database testing, it involves testing of back end components which are not visible to user. Can you see that? The user will not see it. What the user will see is the beauty of the application. This, I love the color combination. I love this, I love that. But they will not know the skeletal aspect of the application. And that is the reason why you must see it, so that you be able to beat your chest that you have done a nice job. So you can even go to bed and close your 2 eyes. It's not when they want to deploy an application, you'll be apprehensive. You say, I don't know what will happen. But if you have done your due diligence, you don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid. So they say which are not visible. These include database component and DBMS systems such as SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, and so on like that. So for UI testing involves checking functionality of an application and its component like form, graph, menu, report, and so on and so forth. So another one, database testing involves checking store procedure. Hello, please, are you following? Can you still see my screen, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So database testing involves
Yes, you can.
all right, thank you. Thank you. So database testing involves checking store procedure, view schemas in database, tables, indexes, key, trigger, data validation, and data consistency check. But for UI testing, is involving checking functionality of an application by clicking a button, interacting your form and feed, checking calendar and images, navigation from one page to another, and overall functionality of application. That is for your front-end testing, in which we are familiar with. And for database, they said data come from multiple heterogeneous data source over web application, intranet application, and various other applications. For your database, you may have several sources that are connected to your DB. For example, now as you are doing it, that some the third party application that your application may be connected with. As you click create like this, it fetch another data from another source, it dump it into your DB. That's the reason why you need to check what is there, so that at the end of the day, they will not say who tested this application. Because whenever there is an issue with application, the first question that will come to mind is that who is the tester that tested this application, so that they will not call you, to panel, you not face panel. So that is why you need to check, because like I told you, the DB aspect is very, very important. It's very, very important, because by the end of the day, that is what you have, that they will do analysis upon, not the data analysis. That is what they will work on. Your GUI testing just once. Once you've done that, you have forgot about that. But the DB will remain forever. They will remain forever. So that is why you must not joke with your DB. So once you create a new user, you check, is that user there? I selected as my gender is male. Oh, at the back end, it has not turned to Mrs. Are you getting me? But because it's very possible, in the process of mapping it together, mapping form with the DB, the developer might made a mistake. It happens a lot. They have a limited time in the process of mapping it on the form. If you have the knowledge of development, when you have the form like this, they will be tying it together with the column on the table on the DB. So maybe as a result of maybe one thing or the other, they want to map. Maybe they want to map gender. They want to mark it with gender on the DB. If they made a mistake and map gender with maybe gender with age, or gender with another thing. By the time you now get at the back end, instead of Mrs. or Mr., you can see Olu or Ade. Do you see that? So where are you going to look for that customer to come and refill? Are you getting me now? So a customer, once he filled a form, you may not see him or her for life, but the database will still remain at the back end. Are you getting me now? So we must not joke. Don't be too in an hurry to test an application without know what is going on at the back end. So please, I just have to, I said I don't want to dwell much on it, but I have to, because it's part of what we need to know. Because the DB serve a very important aspect of our testing. Now we now want to go into our SQL. So we now want to, every one of us, let's open our SQL. Let's launch our SQL. Let's launch our SQL. Also, I will share my SQL. Um, so let's try to launch our SQL now. Are we doing that now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
So please let's
Yes, we are here.
all right. Let's launch our. So how many of us have not set up our SQL server? How many? Or is it every one of us? Is every one of us? We have about 32 people on the call.
No, I'm still having issue with mine because the server name, like it asks me to browse for more, and I've tried that several times, but it's still throwing an error.
Did you follow the video that I sent?
Yes, I did.
Uh, okay. Well, just you have. I will share this uh the recording with everybody, but please. Okay. Akim, you have something to say? Akim and Luakemi, you have the floor now. Akim, go on. Hello, Akim. Hello, are you talking now or you are? All right. While we are waiting for Akim to speak up, Tofumi, can you?
Okay, so I was trying to download it, but I think it was network issue. I'll do it again this night, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Please, I want us to, that is my method of teaching. I want to carry my people along, because it's something I can just say. I want to give you this slide. Just go out, because it will appear as if you understand, but by the time you are doing it, you may not get it. So it's better now when we are in the group to do things together. So please, Tofumi, make sure that you do it. So if you are having any issue, you can just throw it to the group chat and people are there to
Thank you
listen
very
to
much,
it.
sir.
You're welcome. You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much, sir.
You're welcome. Akim, do you have Akim now? Okay, Olojede Ayodele, you have the floor.
I think I'm downloading the SSMS setup now. Just
But
trying to configure it. If
but this
I able
but
to
this is
do
not the
that before
time.
the end of the
This is not the time
Hello, can
to.
you hear me?
Hello, hold on, Akim, hold on, Akim. Let me address Olojede. You are doing it at the wrong time. Eh? You know, I've sent it. You know, we're having issue with it, and I've sent it, and a lot of people have done this. So please, as you are doing it now, you are dividing your attention, and it's not too good. Please. So please, as you are doing it, I want you to get it. So that is my happiness for you to say everybody now. You say, some of us now supposed to be watching football. Some of us that we are Chelsea fan. We're supposed to be warming up for Chelsea game, but no, we have to leave that behind, and so all this time, is not a waste. Not like the people we say time na money. So we don't need to waste our time without gaining anything. Without gaining anything. So please, Olodije, please make sure that you do it. And if you have any issue, let us know.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Can I
welcome. You're
talk?
welcome. Somebody said,
Can I talk?
oh yes, go on, please. Go on, please. Yes.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. You are the one that this is Sanusi. You are the one that asked the question how many people have not been able to sort out download. I think you can just indicate by raising up our hand so that gives you an idea of how many
Sorry, Akim. Can you come again? I barely heard you. I don't. Can you come again, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Yes, better.
Sir, that's what I was trying to say. When you asked the question that how many people have not been able to sort out the download, I
Okay.
think we can just indicate by raising up our hands so that will not disturb the class.
All right.
Because that's supposed to have happened
All right.
before
Okay.
before the session.
All
My
right.
name is Sanusi.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sanusi. Okay, thank you. All right. So, Gloria, you raise your hand. Please go on.
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, loudly, loud and clear. Go on, continue.
On the group chat for my Mac, right? So I wanted to create a new connection and in the Azure Data Studio. It's not when I click on connect, it's not displaying any error or what, just that maybe something went wrong or something. So after entering the server name as localhost, like I can't go beyond that part, and I wasn't able to enter any other thing. Am
Okay.
I still on the right track?
You are on the right track. You are on the right track. You are on the right track. You know what you do. Just go along with us. At the end of the day, we have to sort that one out. But
Oh,
the major thing is for you to get it. So once you get it, by the time you sort that one out, you'll be able to know what to do. So I think,
yes, sir. So one question, sorry, sir.
all right,
Do, um, I don't know. Okay, maybe after the lesson, I can maybe one on one with you. Some.
all right, all right,
So
all right. That's fine. That's
yeah.
fine. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. So some of us that we have set up our environment. Please let's bring it up. We want to import the data. When you want to perform the database testing, right? The first thing that will, first of all, some people they might have created the database, the table, populate the data and everything there, right? That as a matter of fact is what you are working on. So it has been populated inside. But for the purpose of this lesson, and even at times, they might say, okay, we want to test a DB. It might not be that you are the one that worked on the front end. They may want to say, okay, oh, we are bringing a DB. We want you to check. We want to check for the data integrity, check if everything is intact. And what they will give you, they will just give you a kind of a compressed file, folder file. And what you need to do is you have to import it into your database before you can start working on it. So that's what we want to do now. So please, I want to, some of us that we have our set, I mean our server running. So let's open it and let me share my screen so that we can. There is a, hold on, I'm sharing a screen. Hold on, please. So let me stop this. Let me present something else. Load this. So please confirm if you can see this screen. Can you see this screen?
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So we are going to do this, but before then, I will send a link to us now. Copy. I'm sending it to our group chat. So please download this link. This is the file I want to use. Please download this link. Don't forget that we are running out of time. We have just 6 minutes left. Immediately this one time out, I will send another link to us. Quickly join on time so that we can finish with our 1 hour, the remaining 1 hour. We have just 6 minutes left. So please download. So I just send a link to us now. Let's click on it. Oh, sorry. I sent it to somebody here. Sorry. So you have it already. Uh, so I share. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. So you have it now. So please let download it. It's just a very light data. It won't take up to like 2 minutes. So once you've done, let me know so that we can continue. Um, so we are just 5 minutes for this session to.
Done from my hand.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Done.
All right,
Done.
thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Um, so so some of what we've done that, just unzip it because it's a zip file. Unzip it, so you will have three file inside. So just unzip it. Have we done that?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what we want to do now is that we have zipped that uh, file, and what you just need to do is um, so let me present something else. Uh, and, so please confirm if you can see my screen, my server, my SQL server. Is it up?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So let me just copy this and put it by the side. What you want to do now is I want to introduce her to. So let me cut it. So please, if you are not getting it, please let me know. Please, I want you to get this thing. It's very important. Don't don't like a tester. You don't assume. You don't. So you have it ahead. So after you log on to this, you open your you launch your server. You have something like this, but you will not get this. Let me close this. No. Aha. This is what you will see, right? Some of us that will launch it, this is what we see when you launch your
We
server.
can't see anything.
That's your screen.
You can't see anything.
You can see my screen again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, I'm saying just now.
Okay.
No,
What about this? Can you see now?
not at
No,
all
not
for my.
yet.
No, it's not.
It's not up. Okay. All right. Sorry now.
It's on.
Okay. All right. All right. How about this?
Sit down, huh?
But
Okay,
Okay,
you can.
Yes.
sit down.
but
Yeah,
the something with
your
timeout now.
database.
We are up. The time is up. So the time is up now.
Yeah.
I will send another link to us. So the time is up. So let me send another so that we can join on time. Just hold on. It's already the timeout. I want it to time out before. So before this is timeout. So do you see? Can you still see my screen?
No, we can't.
Not at all. Not at all.
No.
No, we cannot see your screen. So I send the second link so we can join
Just send
and
the
you can
second
share
link.
your screen.
All right. That's all right. Let me do that. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you have the second link now. So okay, people are still joining. So let's launch our this thing now.
Sir, please share your screen.
Okay, I will share the screen now. So I'm sharing my screen now. Uh so uh okay, let me even share the entire screen and you can see. on, please. Confirm if you can see my screen now.
Yes, please.
Yes, we can see your screen. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Okay. So we are good to go now. So some of you that you launch your screen, this is what you will see. You will see this, but forget. Don't for. I mean, don't mind this or this my DB. So you have fresh database unless you have worked on it. So you have fresh like this. Can you still see my screen, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
All right.
Yeah, of course.
All right. All right. Thank you. So the first thing that I want us to do now is that some of us that we will launch our screen. You know, like I said, you have a blank page like this. So just click on this new query. Can you see where my cursor is now? New query at the top. Can you see?
Yes.
All right. So you click on it. So you click on it.
Your
Please
screen.
stop sharing.
Your screen is not displaying again.
Okay. So is it up now?
No,
You
not
sure?
yet.
It's coming up. How about this now? Is it up now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes, I can say
All right.
it.
Please, before we proceed, can I ask a question, please?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
For Mac users, I have Azure Studio here with me. Is it the same as this, or I have to download this too as well?
Where did you install that one? Which
Um, from the instruction that you sent,
okay,
Azure Data Studio.
okay. Were you able to log in when you downloaded it? Were you able
Yes,
to
I
log in?
was able to. Yes, yes,
So you know what you just need to do is that just click. Do you have anywhere it's different? The screen is different from this. Do you have anywhere they
yes.
wrote new query?
New query. Yes, I've done that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we are good to go. So just
Okay.
follow us.
All right.
Somebody is asking for what's the name? Uh, I forgot
Azure
the name.
Data Studio.
Somebody asked, complain about the Mac login the other time.
Sir, is it new connection or new query?
New query, new query.
Hmm.
So so
Please,
the first
don't
thing
forget
that we
the
want to
resources.
do is that we want to this new mentorship, right? We want to create a kind of a database for us. I want to put our name inside. So I will have show you how to use your window to do that, but I will not do that. I want you to know how to make use of your query, how to make use of your script. So the first thing I just want to show us, the first thing is how to create a database. That is the starting point of any database. Because for you to create a table, the father of all of them is what? Is what we call the database. And maybe the wife, we can say the wife is the table, while the children are the data. Are you getting me now? The first thing first is that you create a table. And what are you going to use to create a table? We use create statement. So just write create.
There's no seeing your screen again.
You are not seeing
Your
it.
screen is not showing again. Please, are we recording this as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we are. We are
We are,
recording
we
it.
are.
So it's up now. Check.
Yes.
All right. So create, you write a statement, which is your create statement. Create. What are you creating? You are creating database. You write a database. Please, are we following? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
we
we
are.
are following.
Yes, sir, we are following.
So you create database. And what is the database? The name of the database you are creating. Let's say we are creating a mentorship DB.
database.
Yes, mentorship DB. Let's just say mentorship. Let's just say mentorship DB like this. So you will now terminate it. It's a statement. This one follow the rules of like Java. You know, some of us that we are common with Java. Hello, are we are we together, please?
Hakeem, please mute yourself. Hakeem.
Hello, are we together?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes.
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 So there is a way you terminate your statement here on this on your where you are writing your script. So when you get to the end of statement, you have to terminate. You know, like your English, when you are writing your statement in your sentence, you end it with what? Full stop. So for you to end this one, you use semicolon like this. Are you getting me now? Hello.
Yes.
So
Yes,
Yes,
we
of
can
course. Yes.
hear you.
all right. Have you done?
Semicolon. Yeah.
Yes. Have we done that?
Yes. Yes. Terminate with semicolon.
Okay. All right.
So is it only capital letter we can use on the DP?
You can use any. You can use any. Yes, you can use any case. It's not case sensitive. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes,
They
sir.
prefer making use of capital letter to write the keyword, but your but it's not case sensitive. Hello, please let's mute our. If you are not saying anything, please let's mute our mic so that we don't like now. Are we done this, please?
Yes, please.
So
Yes, of
now,
course.
if you now want to run it, what you just need to do now is you click on, for example, on the beauty of SQL Server is that you can have multiple statements on the screen, and you'll be executing the one after the other. For example, now I can write like 10 or 15 statement on this screen now, and anyone that I want to execute, I will just highlight it. I'll just do like this. I'll highlight it, and I will just click on this execute button. Can you see execute button? Hello, can you see it?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Please, some of
Yep.
us that we have our server up and running, please let's follow. Let's be doing it. So once you do that, you click on execute button. So if everything go according to plan, you must have a successful response at the
Your
bottom
screen
of
is
your.
off, sir.
Sorry,
Your screen
Your
is no
screen.
longer visible.
I think is it my data? What is causing this?
I think when you want to click on anything or when you click on something, it will just go off.
Okay, all right. So let's just. So, but can you see it now?
Yes. It's up now.
All right, thank you. So
Mm.
have
I
you
don't know, sir. I can't see it from my end.
please? Is anybody having that same issue?
I can see it from my end there.
Please,
Probably
is
I can
network.
see it.
do you have anybody that is not seeing my screen aside from that person? All right, I think it's only you. What you can do is that you can is either you leave the call and rejoin again. It could be your data or
All right,
thereabout.
sir. Thank
Just
you, sir. All right,
leave the
sir.
screen and then rejoin again. So please do it on time so that you not miss. So, so have you done that? Have you highlighted this and click on execute button? Have you done that?
Yes, we've done that.
And what do you have? What's the successful response that you got?
Command completed successful.
Good,
Total execution time.
good. So you check the time and so now it means you have successfully created the DB. You successfully created the DB, and if you refresh here, look at my screen. Can you still see my screen, please?
Yes,
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 we
yes.
can.
Look at this where my refresh button. Click on refresh button. Click on it. Click on it. So when you click on it, the that your mentorship DB will show. So if it's not coming up, just give it a minute. You close this database. You can go over here. You can see refresh it. Can you see close and refresh? Now it will come up. Can you see now? Can you see the mentorship DB? Can you see? Hello.
Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see. We can see. It's
Please,
obvious.
are you following me? Please, are you following? I want you to get this right. Eh?
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Aha. So it means that we have successfully created the DB, which is mentorship DB. Hello.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, we are here.
All right. So the next thing for us to do now is that we have created the DB, and we now want to create the table. The DB is just a collector, is a folder that 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 you store your table inside. So this one now is just is an empty container. So what we need to do now is that okay, somebody is disturbing me. All right, please. So I've clicked something. Hope you can still see my screen, or has it gone up again?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we
see
can
your
see
screen.
us.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the next thing for us to do now is that we want to create the table. So we want to create the table. Hold on, please. So we want to create the table. So we are creating table. So all this thing that we are doing now is in the on the slide. So if you don't have any problem, we stay on it. So I will share with us at the end of it. So, but please, can you still see my server? Is it up and running?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So the next thing is, we are I'm introducing you to the common keyword they makes use, the common statement they makes use in SQL in SQL. And as time goes on now, you will still come across all these things because these are the commonly used statements. In anything I want to do, you make use of some of these. So we have created the database now. The next thing for us is to create the table inside this DB. And this is I've created this. I just created this. So I'll explain it.
Hakim, mute yourself now. Ah,
Hello, I don't think that I'm still here.
Yes, we are here.
So, if you look at it, the first thing that we did, we created the database, right? Which is mentorship. Now, we will now want to create the table. Like I told you, if you still remember that your DB is just a container that you want to store your table inside. So it's just a collector of table. We now want to begin to create our table inside. So the first table that I want to create is we want to create a mentee name. You can name in any based on what you want to create. So at the end of this session, you can just go and begin to create as many tables as possible inside this mentorship table. Are you getting me now? So, but the table that I want to create now, we want to create mentee name. You can say you want to create customer. You can say you want to create a table of customers. You want to create. You name it anything. Are you getting me? So this was just your variable name. We are using it to create our table. So it still follow, but look at the difference. When you are creating a database, we refer to the action that you are performing. We call the database here. We want to instruct our system that we are creating a DB. That is the reason why we use databases. But for here, we are creating what? We are no more creating database. We want to create table. That is why you see table here. You still follow the same pattern. For database here, we say database followed by the name of the DB. The same thing applicable to this one now. Create table. And what is the name of that table? You now put the name. Just put mention it. Write it like that. Have you written it? Hello, am I still audible?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. You done that.
So now, we now want to create the table. But the table is the you have a row and column inside your table, right? So we have your row, you have your column. So we now want to write inside our table, you have the header. You have the header and you have your data. So our header now, we want to create it in such a way that, but before you now go, you have to open the bracket and close the bracket. This is what you are going to do. Let me remove this one so that you will not go. So remove this. Look at it. So let me say I want to create a table. Let me say create table, followed by, let me say, customer. Let me say customer. Look at it. I now want to create the content of this table. The first thing that you need to do is that you open the bracket, eh? And you now close the bracket. You now terminate it. So this is the complete statement, like we did for our database. Please, are you following me?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, we are.
So you create the table followed by the name of the customer. You open the bracket, you now close the bracket. But for you to complete your sentence, you now terminate it with semicolon, right? So now, but we want to begin to type inside this bracket. So you can now say you now bring this one down, bring this down like this, so that it will contain as many things as possible. So that is exactly what you do. You get it now, so that you not get it confused.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Yes.
yes. So let me now paste it back. That is exactly what we did, so that you will not say, I don't know what this one is all about. Oh, it just open the bracket to contain this. So even you can even do it on a straight line, but it will not look nice because we have a lot of, for you to be able to see that you can see. So that is why it's better to do it like this. Just open the bracket, close it, terminate it. You now bring the second, the close bracket, bring it down. You now begin to write the content of the content of your these things. Please let's mute our mic so that we not create unnecessary interference, please. So, and under this, you now begin to name it based on what you have. But this year, for the purpose of this, we want to create the mentee ID, or if you like, you can put honorary ID, right? You can put honorary ID. But as you are creating the table, by the time we start making the database testing, you understand what I meant. We part of what you are going to test when you are doing your database testing is that a particular field in your table, you want to see the kind of the data type that are set for it. Some of us that we are conversant with a little, we have a little understanding of a programming language. We call something data type. Data type is kind of, when you are creating your kind of variable, a kind of variable that you are going to create. For example, if I say I want to create the variable called integer, the integer will allow me to type only numbers. Are you following? So the data type integer is a kind of thing that will enable you to type only numbers. It will not allow you to type any other thing. Hello, are you following me, please?
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
So
we can hear
Yes.
you.
by the time you now
Network.
want to test, you want to cross-check, when you are now doing this, you now want to do a negative test. That is, will this allow a variable, I mean, a kind of a letter or alphanumeric? That is where the negative test comes in. So for this one now, your integer must not allow anything other than numbers. Okay, let that person is on mute. Hello, somebody is on mute.
Rebecca, mute yourself. Rebecca.
Please mute yourself, please. So this integer, we are creating our Menti ID because for your ID is a primary key, meaning that for every table, you must have a primary key or a foreign key. Are you getting me now? Meaning that that is the area where you want to identify that table. You use that primary key to identify it. For example, if you want to do any operation, you make use of your primary key to do that. So you create your Menti ID as your integer. This is the variable, the data type, followed by a primary key. So for every table that you create, you must have a primary key that will identify that particular table. So let me check. So is there somebody want to join? Okay, we are good now. So the first thing that we did here is that we created the Menti ID, that is the feed on that table. We create it and we put it as integer. So followed by the primary key, which is our primary key. You understand when we start, when we create the table. And another feed on that table is the first name. We are creating the first name. And what is the data type that we are using? We are using var, which is a variable character. Variable character. It means this is a kind of data type that will allow you to enter letters. So when you have names, you have address, you have anything that have to do with typing, you use var. Are you getting me now? So this var, if you now want to test it, hmm, you look at the beauty of var is that it can accommodate anything. You can put letter inside it, you can put number inside it, we allow it. So you will treat your number as a letter. You just treat it as a string. Are you getting me now? So it's part of what you are going to check as well when you are doing your DB. Now, this is another thing again. If you see in front of this var, we put the number here. This number is telling you the number of character that this first name will accept. Hello?
Hi, we are here.
Are you following? Please, if
Hi.
you are not getting it, please let me know before I continue. Please. Do you get it to this up to this length?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So it means that when you want to test this DB, you are going to check this, the number of character that this one will allow. You are not going to put above 50 character on the first name feed. For example, the first name now, I will now put like 100 character inside. Will it allow me to go? If allow you to go is a bug, you have to report it. Are you getting me now? So meaning that the number here you design here is the number of character that this feed will allow. The same thing applicable to last name. Last name, you have to type your name. So it's the same thing. And another thing that you need to note here is not null. Meaning that you must provide your first name. It must not be null. The meaning of null is you must not put anything there. It can allow empty. Hmm? So it's telling you that this month is not null, meaning that you must provide your first name. So when you are doing your DB testing now, you omit first name, you see if it will allow you to go. We are interpreting the table that we are creating now because the table is very important. So that is why I'm taking my time so that you get it. So our last name also is not null. It's not null. So our last name is not null. So our last name is not null. And again, another field inside our table is birth date. So the birth date, the data type that you use is date. We all know date, the date of birth is date that you are going to use because you cannot use any other data type aside date. For example, here now, you now want to test if on this birth date field, you can enter I love you there, if it will allow you. Or you can enter 1, 2, 3, 4 if it allow you. If it allow you, it's a bug. You have to report it. Are you getting me now? So it means that your expectation, what you are expecting in this birthday feed is what? Is purely date. Nothing more, nothing less. The same thing goes to higher date. So the last field here is salary. And our salary is that, our salary, we are running Naira and Kobo. That is exactly what I told us that when I was working on that Dangote application, that when I put 100.99, it will truncate it. The reason why it truncates is that this is how they design it. They just put like 10 like this. Hello?
Hi, we are here.
So,
Yes, sir.
thank you. So, when you have like this, a salary is in form of Naira and Kobo. So, meaning that you have an integer part and you have the decimal part. Meaning that when you are collecting your salary now, when they say, okay, you are collecting 350,000 dot 20 Kobo. Or you want to buy something, they say, okay, you bought it at the rate of 999 naira 0.99 kobo. So that is how you create it. When you are creating your table, you now say, okay, this is your decimal, comma 2. From the word decimal, meaning 10. So comma 2. So meaning that anything that you want to enter here, it must involve 0.00 point something something. And even if you don't put it, the system will help you to put it 0.00. Are you getting me now? So now you have created the table. So this is the table that we have created now. I will now want to run it to see what will happen. So I'm giving you like 2 minutes. Just quickly copy it and write it into your. Or have you copied? You have written it already.
We have, but sorry, please,
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay, go on.
So that's not lol. We have to include it ourselves, or is it the computer that will automatically include
You
that for
include
us?
it. You include it. Yeah, you include it. Just
Okay,
write
all
not
right.
null, comma not null. Have you done that, please?
Yes.
All right. So,
Yes.
all right. Hope every one of us we have done that.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. So please, I want you to, if you have your
Please, the
server running, please, I want you to do it,
not
please.
no
Hello,
miss
I'm
what?
struggling to hear you. Can you come again, please? Hello, can you come again? I can't hear you.
Please, the not null means what? Please.
Meaning that this feed must not be null, must not be empty. It's a mandated feed. Hello?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, we got that, sir.
All right, thank you. So, it meaning that it's not null. It must be supplied. When you are filling your form, they will put asterisks. So the way, how does the system recognize that this one is you not supply it? Immediately you do it, it will flag it. It will just tell you that your form is not your information is not complete. Yeah, go and supply all these omitted something. So this is how the front end communicate with the back end. So immediately you submit like that, it will trigger into your back end and you check this condition. If this condition is not met, it will throw a database error. So let's go. So just highlight it like this. Highlight it, everything. Highlight it. Have you done that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Now
Yes.
click on execute again. Click on execute. Can you see what do you have? If you see something red, it means you are not doing it.
Please, we cannot see your screen.
That's your screen.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, hold on. Uh, is it up now?
Yes, it's up now.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So when you run it, what do you have? What do you got?
Hello.
Mine commands completed successfully.
Correct, correct. Any other best person? Or is it only one person that is doing it?
I'm having error, sir.
What error are you getting?
MSG 102, level 15, state 1, line 9, incorrect syntax.
Yeah.
In fact,
So incorrect syntax, it means that you are omitting something. So quickly look at what we have on the screen now to correct it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just check create table, mentee name, open the bracket, mentee ID. You put int primary key, comma. You check first name, marker, 50 in bracket, not null. You put comma. Check. You are omitting something. That is the reason why. Or maybe you put a comma here. Please check. There is something. That is why I said you must do it where we are doing it, so that because by the time you do it on your own, you may be having all this kind of issue. Are you trying to do it now?
So mine is saying there is already an object named maintained in the database.
And you are trying to do it the second time you've done already. So you can't have the two table on the same in the same database. So meaning that you have done that, it has been successful in the first place. So once you do it like in the first time and you want to attempt it the second time, it will throw an error. If I want to do it like this, see what I will get to. Look at it. Can you see? Can you see my
Sorry,
my screen?
It's on your screen, sir. We can see your screen.
Hey, hey, what is going on tonight, though? Ah, ah. Why is it this thing going off and on? Is it up like this?
Yes, it's up now.
So if you look at it, look at my own now. I tried to do it the second time. Look at what
Yeah,
I got.
exactly. Same error.
Aha. So it means if you have this kind of error, it means that you already have the same. For example, it might be the first time that you are running it, you may be getting it. Don't say, but that guy told me that it's until when I ran it the two times that no. It could be that you've already have that the name already exists in the DB before. So because you cannot have the same table with the same name, you cannot have two tables with the same name. So what it's telling you in essence is that this one you are trying to make a duplicate of the table that you already have. So if you have it like this, you know that you have to change the name of this. Hello, somebody want to say something?
No, please go on, sir.
All right. So that is what we have. We've done this already. So we have created the table, and what you are going to do now is that you are going to refresh it. So just click on this refresh button here. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, please.
All right. So click on this, click on this, click on this. So we have less than 30 minutes to go. So we need to get this one. So there's no need for rushing when people are not getting it. So if you now if you now to see this table, now click on the database, this mentorship DB. You see the plus sign beside it. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes.
Now click on it. Click on this plus sign. You see all the database diagram, table, view, external resources, synonym, programmability, having data, storage, and security. Can you see it?
Sorry, please.
Yes.
I don't know. For Mac users, I can't see where to refresh here. So, but I can see that my database, I'm on the mentorship DB,
Yes.
but I'm not seeing it by the
Just
left
click on
side.
the, but you can see the plus sign, right? The plus sign.
I'm not seeing it by the left hand side of
But
my
can you
screen.
drop it down because is holding something? Can you drop it down? Just click on it if you come down.
Like I'm not seeing it at all on
You
the
are not
left.
seeing mentorship,
I'm able to. Yes, on by the left hand side of my screen.
but where do
Just like I'm seeing it.
you
Okay, so where I'm seeing it is that there's a place to actually choose database. So I've seen that I've created mentorship DB and I'm
okay,
already on that database.
good.
But to refresh here and see it by the left side of my
No, you may
screen.
not see. This is window. It's different. This
Okay.
anything I'm saying now is
Mm,
for window users. Are you getting me now? But for the Mac user, it's
no,
different. So what you just
it's
need to
actually
do,
there on Mac. It's actually there on Mac. So the database on the side menu, right? You have your database is there. There is a refresh icon beside it. So if you're not seeing the database there, it's because you need to refresh the database folder. When you refresh the database folder, it will show in the side menu. The refresh icon is there.
okay? So
Okay.
thank you for that.
Let me see.
So please,
And then
Okay.
when you
Thanks.
make any change to the
I've seen
database, you
it.
just click on the refresh icon.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's hidden. I've seen it now.
all
Thank
right,
you very much.
all right, thank you,
Mm.
thank you. So let's continue. So we have it now, and so can you drop it down now? Have you refreshed?
Yes.
So now
Yes.
where we are going now, we are going to table. If you don't forget, we just created a table called mentee name. So just go to table where you see table, you see a plus sign beside it. Just drop it down. You should see our mentee name there. So if you have not seen that, it means it has not reflect. So you have to refresh it. Like mine now, it has not reflected. So I have to refresh it. So come down here. So it has not refreshed again. So maybe I have to refresh. You can refresh the whole table by itself. You can refresh. So okay, all right. So don't bother about that. So we have not completed. So don't bother. So we have not completed the whole flow. So we have created the placeholder for the table. So the next thing I want to do now is that we now want to begin to dump our data inside this table called maintaining. name. So that is the next thing I want to do now. We want to begin to dump as if you are using your front end when you are filling your form. As you are filling your form, the data will be dumping inside your back end, which is inside your DB. So that's what we want to do now. And to do that, we are going to make use of another statement. We want to use another statement. We call that statement into. Insert into. You have it. Don't worry. We have it on the slide. Don't worry. Everything is there. So everything is there. You have it. So I will share it at the end of this. So what we want to do now is that we want to insert into what we have already. So let me just drop it. So we have this. Please, can you see it?
Yes.
Thank you. So let me explain. We have created the table. Don't forget, we only created the skeletal framework for our table. This one that we did, create table, maintain name, blah 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 blah. This we only created the skeletal framework. So now for us to, we now want to begin to this mentee ID. We want to see the ID inside. The first name, we want to see the name inside. The last name, we want to read the birth date and the hire date and the salary. We want to see it. So we now want to create the real data inside it. That is where this statement comes from. Insert into. Meaning that where are you inserting your data? You now mention your existing table. If you put the table that is not existing here, it will throw an error. As you can see now, we have created the mentee name already. So we now put mentee name. So, and you will now quote the fields. What you have inside the mentee table, all the fields, you quote them the way they are, the way you created them on the skeletal framework. We have mentee ID here. You put it here. You copy your first name. So it's better for you to be copying instead of writing it, because if you made any mistake, you make a spell mistake, it will throw an error, because it will tell you that you cannot find this field. So it's better you copy it like this. You paste it. You copy it. You paste it. You copy it. You paste it. You copy it. You paste it, and you copy. You paste it. And don't forget, you now use comma to separate them because they are field. You now use comma to separate them. If you remember, it's the way we created it here. We say we create the table here, we open bracket, we close bracket. This is the same thing that we did here. So insert into our table, which is mentee name that we just created. And what are the fields that you have inside? You now quote it the way you created it here. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Is the placeholder. And what are the values that you want to insert inside that table? That is where you now see this keyword values. Values. This is it's a statement. So under it, you just come up here, just put value. Just put value. So hold on. You put value. So how time fly. In fact, I told you that even if we have like 8 hours, we cannot exhaust. We're only scratching the surface because it's very deep. But I want you to get it. When you get it, maybe before we round up, we can have another session on this where we can. So a value. So we'll be a little bit faster now. A value now. And what are the value? You now begin to insert this value one after the other. But don't forget, you insert the value based on the data type that you created earlier. I told you that integer only allow numbers. Can you see? We put 100 here. Our first name, we put Jane. Is a varchar, which is a string, but it can contain up to 50. So meaning that from 1 to 50, you are covered. For anything after 51, it will throw error. So for our last name, we put Smith. And our birth date, look at the format. Can you see the format? If I put anything aside this, it will throw error. So meaning that a 1985 followed by the month and followed by the date. So meaning that you have YYY, MM, and DD, meaning that year, month, and day. Are you getting me now? So for our higher date, the same format. You put your date here. And again, for our salary, don't forget, it's a decimal. So you now have 65,000.00. Don't forget to put dot 00. So we are doing it. So let's do another one again. So to make it 3. So we know we did 2. So let's be fast. Oh God. 2 hours is not enough. Oh. It just flying like as if we are just starting. So 300. Let's say this one is Rebecca, Rebecca, Rebecca Taylor, and the date of birth is 1980 04 22. Yes. So the day of higher date is 2017 10 10 10 10 10 10, and the salary is let's say is 700,000. So 700,000. So now, so please let's continue. Let's just copy it now before I run it so that we run it together. Just copy it like that. So let's do that. So let's do that. Let's just do. You can add as many because of time. Let me just remove that one. Are we done copying? Or we are still copying it? Hello?
From my end, I'm done, sir. Done.
All right. Okay. All right. So like we have been doing, so just copy, just highlight everything and you execute. So if everything go according to plan, you have something like 2 rows affected.
We can't see your screen. Screen is
Okay.
off.
Okay, sorry. So if you run it, somebody is raising hand. Who? Sorry. Sorry, who is raising hand? You have the floor now.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
And what I realized first thing is the table that you're looking for. You created the table under the pharmacy management database.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for that observation. God bless you. I wanted to say thank you for bringing this up. Very vital something. So, hello everybody. So this one is a very, very important something. You may not get it from your end because you only have just one database. Hmm? But when you have more than one DB, you have to switch. You have to switch from one database to another. Unless if you don't do that, the system will take the last DB that you work on. Are you getting me now? The system will use the database of the one that you used last. The one I used that you can see and see is pharmacy MGT. Hmm? Everybody, please, on your own, you will not get it because you only have one database. The only database that will be on your on this side will be Mentorship DB. Are you following me? But for me to be able to create it where I want it to be, I have to apply another, I have to use another statement. So let me use it here, but it's not applicable on your own now because, but going forward, when you started having more than one DB, you have to switch focus. That is, you want to tell the system that I'm not creating it on this one. I want to create it. So the keyword I will use is, we use use keyword. So let me just put it at the top so that anything that we are doing now, we just switch use mentorship. Are you getting me? So if you have more than one DB, the system will automatically take the last DB that you worked on. But if you want to change to the new DB that you want to, you have to use this keyword. So you have to use this keyword. If I run this now, it will change focus. Let me run this. Automatically, can you see? Can you see at the top here? Can you see that it has changed to
We can't see. We can't see your screen.
I can't see your screen again.
Oh, sorry. We had just 6 minutes to go. Oh, and this one is. So now, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
So as you can see, I use keyword use. So you use use followed by the DB name that you want to begin to work on. For example, if I want to change let me use buy stores. Can you see? If I run this one, if I say execute it, see what will happen here. Can you see where my cursor is now? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
If I execute this now, see what will happen now. It will say this like, can you see now? This
We can't see your screen.
Why my screen is breaking up and down like this? I don't have much time left. Hello?
Yes, it's up now.
We can hear you, sir. It's up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up.
So if you look at, if I execute it like this, you see now it has changed to this. So it means that whenever, like the other guy that he called my attention that I was working on a wrong DB. So anything that I'm doing now, it will be creating it on that DB that you indicated here. Look at it. So anything that you are doing for you only have one. But going forward, when you are having more than one DB, you have to change it. You can even do it manually. So let me create it now. So I will create everything all together. So let me just run everything together and put it.
We can't see your screen.
Hey. And I have 3 minutes to go. Hey. Is it up now? Is my screen up now?
Yes,
Yes.
So let me execute it. Can you see now? I've executed it.
Your screen has gone away. Your screen has
It
gone
happens when
away.
you click on something.
All right. Okay. I think the time I even gone. So refresh what you have. So you refresh. You should have on your screen now. You should have the DB. Just refresh your mentorship DB. So let me try to.
Excuse me, I'm getting an error from my end.
What error, please?
MSG 1801 level 16 state 3 line 1.
So line 1, it means that there is a syntax there that you not write correctly. So maybe from this insert into a mentee ID. So cross check what you have here. Cross check what you have here. If you can't get it because the time is going now, don't worry. You have it on the slide. So just copy it and paste it. It's on the slide. Are you getting me? Because we are just less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. But can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Nope.
Okay. I hope within these 2 minutes, because we have this finish. So any question that you have, please, because we not be able to entertain questions. So if you have any question, you put it on the group chat, and probably maybe we have to finish this next week. So meaning that we are going to round up with the API bootstrap. We are going to do that one last. Hope that one is okay. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
We are going to finish. We are going to finish the next week, God's willing. So the upper week we are going to finish. We are going to do API. So we are continuing with it. So if you refresh, you will have your DB inside, but this will time out. So any other thing, we just do it on the group chat. So we have run out of time, just a minute to go. For any question that you have, you just let us know on the group chat. If you are not getting it, you can private chat me. If it needs for me to share screen with you, I can do that. But I want every one of you to get it. So by the time we meet next week, because I will give you an assignment. So just look out to on the group chat. I will post an assignment where you create a table, you do this and that. So by the time we come next week, by the grace of God, we now go into the DB testing portion. So I think we are done for today because time has gone. So good.